All right. Hello, hello. Welcome to this week's edition of the Black Belt Newscast. I'm Cindy and I'm publisher.
I'm Todd, and I'm the staff writer reporter.
And that's a kitten.
And this is Hetty, our heterochromatic kitty who insists on sitting on me all day long.
All right. Well, I am in Marengo County. He's in Dallas County. We are coming to you live on January 30th, 2026. I know.
You believe January's over already?
Yeah, well, if it would just get a little warmer, I'm ready for us to get on in there.
Yeah.
All right. So I always like to say that all of our stories come from blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. It's where you can see all the information if you need just a little more background on what we're talking about. If you don't already get our newsletter, sign up for the email. It comes out every day at 3 o'clock and you get all the headlines. We are a no paywall website, so you're not going to get stopped to see what's going on in your community. So sign up for the newsletter, click on it when you find a headline you want to read, or you're always welcome to go to blackbeltnewsnetwork.com and scroll and find all the content that we have going on, which includes these videos that we're doing with you today, and also stories out of all of our counties in the Black Belt. So we are going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to preface this week's edition by saying that poor Todd had the flu this week. So he's with the living today, but has not been most of the week. And so you're going to hear me talking a lot today.
Yeah, because my throat, who knows what'll happen, you know?
Well, and when you're too sick to cover stuff, it's just how it happens, right?
Yeah.
So I will be doing most of the talking today, so just bear with me. He's got some stories coming at the end of the newscast, but we've got a lot going on, so let's go ahead and launch in to our first story. We're going to start at our most talked about story this week in Demopolis, Marengo County, talking about annexing 300 acres for a gas station or truck stop is the other word they're using. And this got a lot of reads this week. And a lot of people actually saying, hey, is it possible that this is a Buc-ee's? So
Could
the
be.
300 acres that we do not know is going to be a Buc-ee's is actually an island in the middle of Marengo County. It's Hale County, actually.
Right.
So this is a deal that's made with Hale County and Demopolis City. And this is the intersection that we're talking about.
Right there in Galleon on Highway 80.
69 and 80. And it is technically Galleon. Galleon is unincorporated, and
Right.
it's technically in Hale County. So the deal makes it where Demopolis will annex 305 acres to be exact, intersection of Highway 69 North and 80 in Hale County. And the agreement was approved by the city council, Demopolis City Council, in a special called meeting on January 27th. And it is a contract that says that Demopolis and Hale County will work together to develop this property that's unincorporated, undeveloped. And this is a real key intersection for the West Alabama Highway project. So that is one of the reasons they're eyeing this. You're seeing a lot of construction here as they talk about and plan and widen 69 at this intersection. And we are hearing that the plan is for it to possibly be a gas station. So in the contract, and we know this is the plan because contract states that Demopolis will share gas tax and sales tax revenue generated by anything that operates here with Hale County. So 2 cents of sales tax to Demopolis, 1 cent to Hale County, and then they each will get 1 cent of the gas tax. So it's pretty smart over here with this plan to, monopolize, get on board with the plans for the growth that's coming.
Capitalize.
Capitalize. Thank you.
Capitalize on the situation.
That's right. Now, what's interesting too is there's also in this story a part of this about water lines. So water
Yes.
lines already plan to come through from Demopolis to Uniontown to help with their wastewater treatment. And so this would allow it will come through here and they can tap into it. So a lot going on. That's the intersection. I'm going to show a little. We pulled some. So there is a map, and I have it attached to some of the stories. If you want to see where it shows, that map shows where it's going to go. These are some promotional photos they've shared of the widening and the process. It's in the works right now. Of widening the road, and it could bring a lot of growth to Marengo County, Hale County, to Demopolis specifically. You know, there's a lot of engineers looking for some housing that are coming through because they're hiring 700 people to be a part of this expansion. That's still, you know, a couple of years left to do. And so it's going to be a boon for the area, and it's pretty exciting to see what happens when it opens.
Yeah.
You know,
It's going to bring a lot of traffic and a lot of growth to West Alabama and specifically the Black Belt area. Now, I have had some folks ask me, how is this annexation going to affect that water line between Uniontown and Demopolis? So, and I haven't even gotten to tell you this yet, but I have made a call, and I'm going to make more about what those effects may or may not be. It may just be.
We hear it's just tapping into it, and
right.
It's going to be a part of the process. So far, that's what we're hearing.
And,
but we will let you know if that changes anything with this.
Yeah, we'll find out for sure. Let everybody know.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, I'd say a lot of people say it should be a Buc-ee's because the diverted traffic from 65 will be coming through here to get to the beach. Because this line, it meets up with Mobile. So right. it would be that it could take traffic off of 65, and it could bring more people through the Black Belt and lead to some bigger development for us.
A lot bigger development, yeah.
From our standpoint here in the Black Belt.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we have rural hospitals. We're going to talk about some processes going on with our rural hospitals, trying to be creative with how they are raising money. So one way is Whitfield Foundation. So this is fundraising for Whitfield Regional Hospital in Demopolis. They held their second annual dueling pianos. I actually attended this year. It was really fun. And this is the setup. It was the two pianos and everybody having a good time. The food was good. The company was even better. And they raised $29,000 for an MRI machine, which they raised about $27,000 last year, also for an MRI machine. So these are all for the state-of-the-art stuff that it all goes together because they don't have as much revenue coming in as some of the bigger urban hospitals. But we also got a letter this week. I got a letter as a business owner and leader in the area from the EDA president or executive director, Brenda Tuck, that was encouraging donations for Vaughn Regional Medical Center, because there is a donation process going on right now that hospitals can raise up to $750,000 that can be tax deductible, or it's a tax credit. Let me reword that. It's a tax credit if you make the donation. And Whitfield had announced last week or week before that they reached the 750 cap. Mostly from a lot of industrial donations, industries. So one of them, for instance, was Robertson Bank gave $300,000 in one whack. So Vaughn is still out there asking for funds. So wanted to share that news. I'm sharing it with you. That is something that they want the public to know, that the doors are still open for those donations, and that can be a tax credit for 2026. But it does end this when all the when they reach $20 million across the 50 hospitals, this ends. And if they don't reach 750 by that time, they won't get the full amount. So they're putting the word out at Vaughn Regional Medical Center. They're one of the 50 as well as Whitfield. So getting creative, you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And we need these hospitals in the Black Belt. I mean,
Especially in rural areas. Yeah.
Yeah, where else will we get our health care when we have the flu, right, Todd?
Amen.
Sometimes you tough it out. Sometimes you need a hospital.
Yeah.
All right. Next. So the city of Selma has honored 3 leaders. This right here is one of them, John Solomon. So second from the right here, if you're looking at him. What is really neat about what the city council did is they set 3 resolutions and honorings for 3 important people. One of them was for a living legend in high school athletics, and that is John Solomon. And he was being honored and recognized for being named the 24-25 Alabama Basketball Official of the Year from the National Federation of State High School Associations. So that's a pretty big deal. And the other honor went to Linda Lowry. Linda is being named, they're giving a day in her name, March 22nd, which is her birthday. So Linda Blackman Lowry Day in Selma. And she is a civil rights pioneer, also education and mental health advocacy. She was big with historic preservation and civic leadership. So an amazing person, part of the Selma voting rights movement. She was jailed 9 times during her activism, sustained injuries at Bloody Sunday. She's a pretty amazing woman. And we just lost her on December 24th, on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
The other day is Mark Miles Day. And this is in honor of Mark Miles, who passed away on January 16th in a shooting, a very unfortunate shooting. I was going to share they laid him to rest. Well, let me go back. His honoring is on September 25th has been named Mark Miles Day. In honor of him, he is a youth mentor, community leader, worked for the Selma Center for Nonviolence, Truth, and Reconciliation as a community organizer. Really amazing guy. He was a friend of mine as well. And so September 25th is his birthday, and that has been named his day. So we're a little ways away, but we get to honor him again when that comes up. And I was going to show, because he was laid to rest on Saturday, and his funeral was at Selma High School's auditorium. They needed room because people love him so much. Here is his a little video from his funeral. Thank you to Angela Benjamin, who shot this for us. She's one of our community correspondents. Very lively. You can hear Collins Petaway singing away back there. I guess I could turn this down.
My everything, my joy and sorrow, my hope for tomorrow. He be my rock in a weary land when I don't know which way to go. He's my
Miles. So that was beautiful. And I'm also going to share this video of his mother. Mrs. Miles made this comment during the funeral we've gotten about 30,000 views of this on our social media. So check it out.
I don't know if anyone have any ill feelings toward the young man that shot Mark. Don't. Forgive, and let it go. We have all sinned. None of us are perfect. We've done things, sometimes we've talked about a person so bad we might as well as kill them.
So forgive, she said multiple times.
How amazing is that? I mean,
we have coverage
amazing.
of who arrested Alan, I always forget his last name. And his friend was arrested for the shooting. And we do have a story about that. And you can go read more about where that is in the process. He's being held with no bond, and so yeah, a sad day for Selma, but celebrating his life brought a lot to Selma and the community, and it's big shoes to fill. Hopefully, somebody can try to fill them.
His mom is someone we need to, she's just made herself a role model. To what she just said, that's amazing.
Takes a lot to say that. All right. Let's move on to the Marengo County Historical Society. So they currently reside at this Rosenbusch Furniture Company. And this is where the museum is located. It's on Walnut. And it's a great location, but there's plans for something else to go here. It is a historic former furniture store, but now it is going to be turned into a high-end hotel. And we've been reporting on this for a while. The new news is that the Historical Society is moving all their gear over to the old school on Main Street as part of the plans for the growth of that building into being an arts center. So Kirk Brooker, who is the head of the Historical Society, and he's the leader of the Friends of the Old School, he presented to the Demopolis City Council last week that the museum will be moving into storage at the old school, and they will eventually put their gear up to look again like it did there. I know they did a lot of photos and videos of their current setup so that when they reset it up again, it will look similar. So the movement is going forward to renovate Rosenbusch Furniture into a high-end hotel. So we will keep you posted as anything new comes up. There are renderings of this new hotel that are at blackbeltnewsnetwork.com in one of our last stories.
Yeah. It's going to be a great place. I can't wait to see it myself.
I know, it's going to look really great. All right, Todd, it's your turn. You ready?
Here we go. One of the most amazing ladies that you can imagine, Miss Juria Martin. She has drug-free communities of Dallas County, and she had actually taken a trip in 2024 to Guam through the Opioid Response Network to help teach them how to fight drug problems. They loved her so much they asked her to come back, and the first of the year, literally New Year's, she took off to Guam and has spent almost 3 weeks down there teaching folks in Guam, especially at Okadu High School. She's got 12 hope dealers. Now, right there, she's actually focusing on some folks who are what she calls hope spirit dealers, because they are actually, or hope stars, which is the program she has for kids who are at higher risk for drug abuse and addiction problems. That right there is the Hope Dealers and Hope Stars at Okadu High School with Juria in the middle. And we have a story up on Black Belt News Network with all the details. But she has apparently been well received in Guam. And this is the first time that the Hope Dealers have actually gone outside of Dallas County. Her plans are to keep it a little closer to home in the near future, as well as, overseas is great, but she's talking about wanting to spread it to Perry County. She's already talked to Robert Turner Jr. about putting the drug-free communities, actually the Hope Dealers, into Perry County. And I didn't realize this until, and it's explained in the story. Drug-free communities is one thing. Hope Dealers is another thing that's below, but that's what it's becoming now. It's going to be just Hope Dealers, because she is going past Dallas County. But all that's in our story on blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. So go check that out.
Juria does some amazing things. She has 150 kids in the program here.
Yeah.
In Dallas.
She's an amazing person.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's
I've always said,
all the schools.
And I told her this the other day when I was talking to her. I said, there's some people when you first meet them, you want to hit them with a metal chair. There's some people when you first meet them, they glow with love so much you just want to hug them, and that's Juria. And she's using that aura to do wonderful things now across the world.
Awesome. Love it.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing. Okay. I wanted to mention that, as you guys know, it is election season again. I know. Don't let the exhaustion from 2025's municipal election slow you down, because it's still here, baby. So this time it is for a lot of county ones. So it's sheriffs, county commissioners. So you're going to see more signs again. And we have renewed our election hub on our website. So you'll start seeing, I've got 2 sheriff candidates out of Perry County that have announced. And I want to remind anyone who's running or knows somebody that's running, we will run as a public service your announcement one time for free, so that everybody knows and gets a chance to learn about the people that they're going to see on their ballot. And so send your announcement and photo to news@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. I'm going to quote, it's not going to run word for word. We're going to make it into a news story. And a lot of times what you're saying might be quotes. And also, if you'll send your photos as just a headshot and not as like a promotional poster, that would be really great, because we're not giving poster shots. This is headshots and who you are and what you stand for, what your background is. And we would be glad to share that information with the communities, that they know what's going on in this election. Primary elections are May 19th. May 19th. We still got a little ways to go on that one. So you're going to start hearing a lot more of those announcements.
That's going to ramp up like crazy.
So send yours to news@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. We will post up what position you're running for and a little bit about you. All right. We also still have going our Who's the Best of the Black Belt competition. And I like to share this because it's a website. It's attached to our website. So you can go to this and you can hit start. So look at all these. We're doing food and drink, education. This is schools. So if your school's listed, vote for your school. Home and garden. So that's got some of our plant places. And we've got law firms, real estate agents, car dealers, a lot of retailers, restaurants, retailers. The restaurants are up here and eat and drink. And then we have some services in there and things to do. That one's kind of fun. So
that's good, yeah.
That's Asher Haven. Someone took this for us, one of our correspondents. So I put that in there. But you can do best art studio, best dance studio, best golf course. Come on. You guys have an opinion about these places. So it costs nothing to participate. Just sign up with your email and then you can go vote. Please only vote one time. But yeah, we're having a really good time with it. Share it on Facebook after you vote and let people know that you want them to also kick in and vote for your favorite pizza, favorite hairdresser. We've got it all in there. So it's been a lot of fun so far. We have the first round. So this is nomination round. It ends on February 4th. And then it will be voting for, because right now it's open and there are write-ins available. And I did that because this is the first year and there may be some restaurants I'm missing. So I'm letting you write in so that we can build this so that the ballot will be even more robust next year. Right. And then we will vote for the top of those who's the best in the Black Belt. So let's have some fun with it.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
All right. I want each week, apparently, I like to share a little bit more about our new journalism class. Yep. At Keith High School. I'm having so much fun with my kids. I know we are almost done with all of our stories. Last week I showed you our video of our story about the sheriff deputy who dances with the cheerleaders. We've actually finished writing the story this week and it will be getting ready for our print edition. And the print edition is thank you to International Paper that donated reams and reams of We're doing 11 by 17 paper that we're going to fold over, and it's going to be their first newspaper ever. Keith Bears Nation. And Nation News, Bears Nation News. And we're real excited about, this opportunity. Now, this is a pilot program. I am going to take this program and duplicate it at another high school in the fall. If you want to be one of those high schools, actually, this is a great chance for you guys to let me know. Email me, find that. Okay. news@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. Let me know if you want your school to have a journalism program. Keith High School started theirs for the first time this year, but we are going to maybe see if we could do it in the fall as well instead of waiting till just the spring. But we're having so much fun with it, and we're learning a lot. This is Arthur McLean. I just want to give a big thank you. Arthur works at the national paper, the Dallas County, the Riverdale Mill. They're going to be changing things up a little bit and only doing corrugated and not doing paper. So they won't have a lot of paper to donate to us later. So we're hoping for some grants to help us. And hey, we'll take donations for this program as well. It's been a lot of fun, and I am really excited to be a part of the Keith Nation right now. We're having a really good time. I don't do this enough, say donate, because we are a part nonprofit. So you can make a donation and it will help us do the work we're doing so we can keep no paywall and free access to all of our stories. So we can do community connected projects like this Keith High School journalism class. Yeah. I'm hoping I got 22 kids in this class, and I'm hoping that some of them will stick around and write for us in the future. At the very least, we're teaching them how to do interviews and record video. We're going to be editing video soon. We're going to be designing on Canva to design our paper, learning a lot of really great skills. But hey, maybe they'll want to join us and be a part of the Black Belt News Network. That's
right.
I know, get us some young writers, and you guys will be seeing their content. We will be running that when it gets complete, and give these kids a chance to get seen for the work they're doing. All right.
Giving us some young writers.
News 2 is part of the Black Belt Roundup.
Da-da-da. This young writer has a couple of things to talk about. Didn't you have something you wanted to say first, though, for the Roundup?
No.
Okay, good. Well, I'm going to go with it then. But, a couple of months ago, it was actually in the early fall, we did a story about Friends of Olivia, the new group that's helping mainly with autistic children, but families who have developmental disabilities in their family. That was their Harvest of Hope they did in the fall. It was a really fun day. They've got a number of other events coming up. Saturday, February 7th is an evening of Hearts and Harmony. It starts at 7. I'm going to get more information on that. That's coming out this week. They've got events on throughout February and into March that are going to be really interesting. Also, this is another one coming up. Paige Harris, who started that with her husband, Chris Harris, has an older daughter named Ella Grace Baxley, and she is a student at Morgan Academy. Ella Grace won first place at a district and second place at state AISA Science Innovation Expo for an application, a phone app that is designed to help families who have kids with developmental disabilities. It's called Hope Hub. I'm going to do a story on that and get more details on what she's got, because there's a lot of, I'm finding out there's way more families in our area who can use these services than you could imagine. So all that's coming up over the next week or so. Also, we've got some Voices and Visionary interviews coming up. One of them is Marcus Hanna at our Juvenile Detention Center, and some of the wonderful things that he's been doing with kids there. There's just so many things over the next couple of weeks. I guess main thing is to watch blackbeltnewsnetwork.com on a daily basis, because they come up. Every day there's something new. And I'll end with this. Tonight at 7 o'clock is curtain. 6:15, the doors open on Yellowhammer Theater's production of A Complicated Hope. It's an interesting, very emotional play about family. Not necessarily the family you're born with, but the family you choose, and how family can have many different incarnations, many different looks. So it's at the Harmony Club tonight. Tonight there's about 9 tickets left. There's about 10 left for tomorrow night, and it's a very, very limited seating, a very intimate venue. So go to Eventbrite and get your tickets. It's going to be a lot of fun. We need to support our community theater like that.
Absolutely.
And there's more things. You are going to enjoy some of the things that she's got coming up that she told me. I can't tell everybody yet because she's still working on it, but some great things are coming in the future with Yellowhammer Theater. So we're all going to be able to get involved.
In order for us to do a lot of this work, we need your help. We take donations, as we had mentioned earlier. Please donate, support us in the work we're doing, and we are going to stick around as long as we can to do this for you. And we're trying to expand as well into other markets. We know it's tough out there to get news in a lot of these small markets, and our goal is to do that for you. And there's no better way to do that than to donate and help us get there. All right.
Every little penny counts.
Well, this has been a really informative 30 minutes of our Black Belt newscast, and we will see you guys next week.
Y'all have a great, safe weekend and a good week, and maybe I'll talk more next week.
Yeah, he's on the mend.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you next Friday.
See you Friday.